Hello and Satnam. Welcome to Sunday morning Balance Yoga series with me, Adi Krishna, at Lighthouse Yoga Studio. Usually this is a very live class. This is my most popular class as far as in-person attendance, but crazily enough, last night between 8:30 and 9, a car crashed into the back of the building that the studio is in. We are in the front. We're on the first and second floor in the front, and it's like an L shape, and the L, bottom of the L, the back is where this car crashed all the way into the building, through the bricks, through the cinder blocks, and hit the corner of the building. And the fire department brought out this team that I've never even heard of called the Tactical Unit, and they worked on engineering structures to be put into place. They had their cherry picker. It was hours of them trying to figure out even how to pull the car out of the building with the tow truck without anything collapsing that would cause further damage. So it was a big deal. And so it's ironically the second week of the Balance Yoga series. Balance is the topic at hand. I don't even have a set number of weeks that I want to talk about this, because I think balance is key in my life right now and in everyone around me. I think we're all constantly being hit with different things, different situations that could trigger us to feel off kilter, off balance. And I know that when you hear balance in yoga, you usually associate it with asana, postures that cause you to stand on one foot, tree pose, dancer pose, standing splits, half moon. I mean, even the poses where you're on 2 feet, but you're doing these, like the warrior pose. You're ideally you're always pulling to the midline and finding that balance and looking to distribute the weight evenly on your toes, on your feet. Balance is a huge theme in a traditional, as we know, traditional yoga class. In Kundalini yoga, we go a little deeper. We go into the balance of the subtle bodies as well as the physical body, working through the meridians and the lines of energy, the nadis, to the chakras, to bring balance to the entire being, this place of that homeostasis that we all desire, where we are just grounded and stabilized, even with the flow of what's going on. Even if, and it's the same in asana, even if you do, stumble out of your balance, at least you're seeking balance, right? So that's why I want to do this, because I hear a lot about somatic reset and the somatic nervous system, and really all this stuff is, all of these things, whether it's Kundalini yoga or a somatic breathwork class or a sound bath, whatever you're doing, whatever you're seeking balance. You're looking for the thing that is going to help you feel more stabilized, more centered, and more congruent, so you can live life with integrity and feel really solid, right? And enjoy life, because you can actually have more, you can raise up higher into your upper chakras and have more joy and more bliss and more open-heartedness if you are feeling grounded, rooted, and balanced in your being. So I'll tell you, this class is not going to be an easy class, but it's also going to be a class that can be done by anybody. It's going to be the kind of set, there are not going to be any headstands or handstands or balancing on one foot type things. There's going to be some, as usual, some mental things that you need to break through probably while you're holding some of these positions, but it's doable. And I'm going to tell you, I just in looking up things on balance, I had some points I wanted to point out. Balance, and this is a quote from AI, by the way, balance in yoga is not about perfection, but rather about the ongoing practice of self-discovery. It's important to find harmony between strength and stability, as well as flexibility and freedom. Having too much of one and too little of the other can create imbalance. Do you hear that? So flexibility and freedom are not the same thing. They are to balance each other. So I think that this goes into even the area of having good boundaries, good self-care, versus the idea that unconditional love means that I have no self-care and no boundaries because I'm just unconditionally giving. No, there's a flexibility and there's a freedom that needs to be balanced in our lives, okay, in many ways. So, Patanjali, or Patanjali, I should say, says some things about balance, and I'm just going to touch on a few of those things. In the Yoga Sutras, he says, the mind becomes clear and serene when the qualities of the heart are cultivated. Friendliness towards the joyful, compassion towards the suffering, happiness towards the ethical, and impartiality towards the unethical. And so what really stood out there for me was the part about not getting thrown off by unethical, that we have detachment towards those who are non-virtuous. In other words, we're not attached to their lack of integrity. We're not attached to their lack of virtue or good behavior, whatever it is. That's a detachment that is desirable. We're cultivating friendly towards people who are happy. We meet them with happiness. We have compassion towards those who are suffering, and we have joy towards those who are virtuous, and detachment towards those who are non-virtuous. And that's something I've never heard that term before. Maybe you have, but I was like, oh, I've heard the term detachment, but not towards the non-virtuous. That I get that though. I get that because as being a mother of 6 and having homeschooled and taught numerous children and been around children and volunteered with children and really enjoyed being that kind of caretaker and caregiver and teacher, I could see that with the children who are problematic, the non-virtuous ones, are in such need of attention. That is like a lot of the acting out is for attention, which yes, they need, but if the only attention they're getting is in the negativity to the response to the action, then that creates this pattern of acting out, getting bad. They don't care. They're just thirsty for attention. They're hungering for attention in a way that it doesn't matter how it comes. And you see that when people grow up, we can carry that with us into adulthood, where we're not getting healthy attention as children. The only attention we get is when we misbehave. So then we tend to misbehave as adults, expecting attention. And when we get it, even if we say, oh, I'm so unhappy, we're somehow feeding off of that. And so it just brings a lot to mind for me in thinking about that, detaching from the non-virtuous behavior and the one who's doing it. Like not taking it personally. It's not that you don't have boundaries. It's not that you don't see it. It's not that there's not justice in some sort of way, but that there is not a personal kind of like taking it personal and turning it into like a revenge type of thing where you have to get back at this person for their non-virtuous behavior, like it somehow affected you. And it does. I mean, it does affect us, and we can get thrown off balance. So how do we find our balance is by practicing some of these things. So anyway, we're going to tune in. I'm going to move on to doing our Kundalini yoga practice, and I'll be sharing different tidbits about balance and the way it shows up in the sutras of Patanjali and other ways that it shows up in our lives throughout this time that we're going to spend just talking about balance and bringing balance into the forefront of what we're seeking, what we need, and what we're doing. So hands together, thumbs to the center of the chest, palms pressed lightly, roll the shoulders up and back, chin is drawn in slightly, eyes are closed, focused up and in at the third eye space, balanced in between the brow point. And inhale deeply through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. And again, inhale. And exhale. Inhale again. And exhale again. And inhale to tune in. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Jugad Gude Name, Sat Gude Name, Sri Gurudev Name. Ad Gude Name, Jugad Gude Name, Sat Gude Name, Sri Gurudev Name. Ad Gude Name, Jugad Gude Name, Sat Gude Name, Sri Gurudev Name. Inhale. Squeeze, lock everything in and upper rectum, sex organs, navel point. Keep pressing the hands together, perfectly balanced. Left and right hand together, drawing that energy into the center line. Find your stability here. Holding the breath, focused at the third eye. Exhale. And now we're going to come onto our hands and knees for Kundalini Cat-Cow, which you've probably done cat-cow before. But in Kundalini Cat-Cow, instead of having the arms are definitely going to be right under the shoulders, fingertips and heels of the palms pressed into the floor, pulling up just slightly on the center of the palms. And normally you would have your feet at an 11. You're going to have your heels together, knees right below the hips. You're going to inhale, drop the belly, look up. Exhale. Pull the navel to the spine, shin tucks in, squeeze all the breath out. In and out through the nose, and you're going to close your eyes, focus at the third eye. And instead of it being this really slow movement, we're going to speed up because you're pumping your cerebral spinal fluid, your blood, the oxygen, you're using the breath. And the goal is not to lose the integrity of the movement, but to increase the speed as you warm up, okay? You're going to be here a few minutes, so you can work on it. Use the breath, focus at the third eye, eyes are closed, don't hurt yourself. Stay safe, stay balanced, pressing equally, evenly into all areas of the hands and the feet.
I'm the master of this space. 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 I'm the master of this space.
Keep going.
I'm the master of this space.
Find your perfect
I'm
pace,
the
stay
master of
steady.
this space.
Keep breathing in and out through the nose, eyes are closed, focus at the third eye. the eyes. Focus at the third eye hold. Inhale to neutral.
I'm the master
Push
of
the
this
butt back to the
place.
heels. Arms stretch out in front. Child's pose.
I'm the master of this
Pinkies
place.
on the floor. Thumbs up. Palms press together. Bring your forehead to the floor. Press into the third eye space. Like
Master
your
of this
intention there.
place.
Breathing, feeling good, stretching the heart towards the earth, feeling supported. Relax.
Me within me is the purity. Me within me is the reality. Me within me is the grace. I'm the master of this place.
Inhale and gently come up
Me
to
within
sitting.
me is the purity. Me within me is the reality.
Adjust yourself as needed.
Me within me is the grace.
Going to bring the
I'm the
hands
master
to the
of this
shins.
place.
You're sitting in easy pose or lotus or half lotus. You're going to inhale forward, exhale back, rocking back and forth on the pelvic girdle. Spine flex, holding onto the shins.
I'm the master of this place.
Inhaling and exhaling, head stays steady, chin slightly tucked, focus at the third eye.
I'm the
Perfectly
master of
balanced.
this place.
Inhaling forward, exhaling back.
I'm the master of this place. I've been watching you for some time. Can't stop staring at those ocean eyes. Burning cities and neon skies.
Inhaling forward, exhaling back, last few seconds.
Lives inside those ocean eyes. Your ocean
Inhale. Squeeze everything in and up, focus, hold.
You really know how to make me cry when you give me those ocean
Exhale.
I'm scared.
Still sitting in easy pose. Lotus, whatever works for you. You're going to bring the fingers, curl them into the pads of the palms, thumbs go straight up. Open up the arms like a V. Heart is open, shoulders away from the ears, chin not up, not down. Just pulled in slightly. Begin a breath of fire, equal inhale, exhale through the nose. Use the navel point to push the air out. Eyes are closed, focused at the third eye.
Friends with time. You left her lonely with a diamond mind and those ocean eyes. No fair. You
than a minute to go. Keep going. Last 30 seconds. Inhale, draw the thumb tips together overhead. Spread the fingers wide. Squeeze everything in and up. Hold the breath in. Focus at the third eye. Project. As you exhale, releasing the breath slowly through the nose, comb the fingers through the aura, all the way down to your thumb tips touch and your fingertips touch the earth. Plug in, rooted, grounded, balanced. Cleansing your aura, rooting down energetically into the earth, your provider. Regulate your breathing. And now I'm going to do a meditation called the addiction meditation, or the meditation for habitation, I think is the other name for it. But basically, it's going to use your thumbs. You're going to curl your fingers into your pads again, and you're going to put them on your temple, so that when you squeeze your back molars together, you feel a flex there, and you're pressing slightly. You're not squeezing your head super hard, okay? And you're going to let your fists come together so that your knuckles are kind of pointing towards the third eye, towards the center of your head. And you're going to close your eyes and focus at that third eye space, and you're going to squeeze the molars in the rhythm of sa, ta, na, ma, your own rhythm of sa, ta, na, ma. You can use the music, but just stay with the mantra sa, ta, na, ma as you squeeze. And just keep going. Shoulders are relaxed. There's no certain speed, just keep it steady. Keep going. Inhale. Squeezing the molars together. Squeeze everything in and up. Focus at the third eye space. Pressing the thumbs. Squeeze everything in and up. Exhale. Relax the arms down. That is a simple but not easy meditation for breaking habits and addictions, right? So we know that those things, habitual addictive behavior, throws us off balance, right? So we want to do this kind of work, which this is a really interesting physical, hormonal, nervous system hack. Gets into the brain, gets into the center of the brain, the part that's going to control that compulsive behavior. So it can feel very uncomfortable, even though it's not like hard per se. It can just, I get like itchy while I'm doing it. So I think that's because it's tapping into something that that doesn't want to be tapped into. You know, our addictions want to live. they want to control us. So yeah, it's good stuff. All right, now we're going to do frog squats, and then we'll get into the Kriya. So frog squats happen when you bring your heels together and your toes apart. You press your fingertips into the floor in between your knees, and you inhale, butt comes up, head comes down, and you exhale and you look out into the horizon. So you don't have to have your eyes open, but you have to bring your head all the way up and look out. And you're going to do these, we're just going to do them for a time. So to find your pace that works for you. Your heels can come down when your butt comes up if that works for you, but ideally you keep the heels up the whole time. So inhale up, exhale down, in and out through the nose. Okay? Keep going. Last 30 seconds. Inhale up. Bring the feet parallel, like 11. Hips width distance apart. apart. Grab the elbows, sway side to side. Breathe, stretch out the hamstrings. And come down to sitting on your heels. Letting the tops of the thighs stretch. You can even take your fingers and drag them up and then push down. A little self-massage maybe into the hips. Legs are warmed up. You can come into a comfortable seated posture. You can stay there if you like. The Kriya itself is a very simple set of exercises. It's only 4. And I'm going to tell you I'm going to read to you what it says about these. It's called the 4 U's, as in you, the letter U, but also as in you. So it's a little play on words. Whew, I'm out of breath. Let me take a second here. Get a sip. So this set invigorates you. Also, it's 4. 4 is a very balanced number, right? So you've got the 4 U's. U is a very balanced letter. In the English language, the appearance of the U is balanced. So this set invigorates you by adjusting your pranic body with your auric body. Your pranic body is your breath, okay? Your ability to take in life force through breath and then use it to energize your cells and everything else in your body. Prana can also be, it's about abundance, okay? It's about breath, it's about abundance, money, energy, life force energy. Food has prana. When you are gathering prana, you're gathering energy, life force energy, okay? So it has a lot of different references, many layers to prana. So this is adjusting your pranic body with your auric body. Your auric body is that protective shield that is on a subtle body that every person has outside of yourself. 9 feet, they say, in every direction, front, back, over, under, all around. It's like your little bubble, right? And it gets pitted when we don't maintain it, when we're under attack, when we have things happen, it gets out of balance. And when we do like the things we've done today so far, it restores your aura. And then you do certain exercises, working on the pranic body restores and replenishes the aura. And you can always visualize it as being this shield, divine shield around you of protection. So these postures are called the 4 U's, and they are for you. They set the nervous system to withstand the pressures of society and challenges of the times. So the full postures, if we were going to do it to the book, would be 11 minutes to hold each one of these postures. But since this is the first time out, and maybe you've never done this before, we're going to start with a lesser time. I'm not going to tell you exactly how long until after we do it, because I think that makes it easier. But we'll do a deep relaxation afterwards with some gong too. So all of these exercises are going to start off pretty simple, and then they're just going to become a little tougher to do as we get along. So be patient with yourself. Notice where your mind goes and think about balance. Think about balancing, finding the grace place. You want to find that place in between effort and non-effort, where there's action and there's relaxation into the action. And that's a game I like to play with all of the things I do, and especially in Kundalini Yoga, because a lot of times you're starting off with something very simple, and suddenly it becomes very complex because your mind is thinking, you've got to put your arms down, you've got to put them down, you've got how much longer are you going to do this? And before you know it, you're just fighting to just hold them up. And so your mind has to go somewhere else. It can't stay focused on the fight. It has to go somewhere else. Your mind literally needs to fly to another level where you're like, it's okay. We're gonna hold our arms. It's easy. We can do this, and you kind of get that mind over matter opportunity to exercise mind over matter. So for this exercise, the first one of the U's for you, you're gonna lay on your back and lift your arms and legs up straight to 90 degrees. Okay, so calm down onto your back. Feels good to lay down. You're going to lift. I'm going to make sure I'm following these directions correct. Okay, now you've got to stay in this posture no matter what. While you're in this posture, you're going to think. I'm going to lead you to think about some things, okay? So, legs up 90 degrees, arms up 90 degrees. Ready? Breathing is normal. Eyes are closed. Feet are not pointed, not flexed, just relaxed up there. And you're just going to be perfectly still. Hold the posture. You're on the clock. Hold the posture and think about all the good you have done since you have been on the planet. So you can go back as far as you want to. Reconcile activities with your beautiful intelligence. You're going to move the life force energy without moving the body. So think about all the good, anything good that you've done. And it's okay. You're not being conceited or arrogant or narcissistic to think about good things that you've done. Just think about good that you've done. Keep breathing. Keep the eyes closed. If you start to shake or shiver, that's just the nervous system resetting itself. So it's doing what it needs to do. It's okay. Allow it. Just keep breathing. Thinking about the good that you've done. breathing, keep holding. Less than a minute to go. You're doing great. Keep thinking about the mood. And inhale, exhale. Don't put your legs down. You're going to bring them behind your head. I'm gonna have to move, so I'm gonna have to put mine down. Don't put your legs down. Keep them up. Starting the timer again. You're going to bring them over your head into plow, but not touching the floor. So it's this U shape, and your arms need to go up over your head. So hold on. See if I can do it. One arm. Ooh, I don't know if I can do this. So the toes don't touch the ground. So arms are overhead, palms up. Just breathing. Once you get there, it's not bad. It took me a second to find the balance. But you see, now I'm a U again. Now I'm a sideways U. And just go to your happy place and breathe. Inhale, exhale, and slowly come out of this plow pose. Lowering the spine, you can bring your arms down to just hold onto your legs or your low back, whatever you need to do to come slowly out of that posture to sitting. Now, you're going to sit and be a U with your legs stretched out in front. Your back is straight. Your palms, okay, your palms are flat down. Your feet are flexed. And just breathe. Eyes are closed, chin is tucked. And I'm going to tell you what it says. It says that the pain and disturbance comes in the adjustment of the pranic energy. You feel the pressure of the muscles adjusting themselves. The Chinese call it qi energy, the Japanese call it ki energy, and we call it ji energy. Ji means the soul, the inner self, the being. Meditate, chant, and recite anything mentally or verbally that keep the posture perfect. Great chant to sing mentally or verbally if you don't have one yet. Keep holding the posture perfectly. Knees are straight, feet are flexed, spine is elongated, arms straight out. you're going to bend up, stand up straight, bend over your waist so your torso is parallel, also known as tabletop, right? So I can do this easily, but I'm going to hold my back straight, and I'm going to hang the arms loosely. Timer is on. The neck is straight. That means the chin will be tucked. You'll be looking at the floor, but your eyes closed. Don't bend down to the toes. Chant or meditate. Feet are parallel. Arms are loose. Back is straight. Squeeze the navel in to keep the back flat and straight. Just hang. Press into all corners of the feet. I'm going to bring my legs a little wider. That helps with the balance. yourself. Calm down onto your back. Completely relax. Completely relax onto your back. Cover up with the blanket. Deep relaxation if you need to. I'm burning up. I don't need a blanket. Palms are up. Oh, let it go. Be supported. Be completely supported. Just rest.
Reach the arms overhead, point the toes, wiggle the fingers and toes, roll the ankles and the wrists. A few times in one direction, a few times in the other. Bring the left knee in, squeeze it in, and then let it drop over the right side of the body. Inhaling and exhaling, looking over the left shoulder. We always do this at the end of Kundalini Yoga, the spine twist or Kundalini calf stretch, to bring the energy to the center, to bring everything to the midline, to bring balance. So inhaling the right leg in, left leg on the floor, and let the right leg drop over the left side of the body, over the right shoulder. Deep inhale and exhale. Back to the center again. And then bringing the soles of the feet and the palms of the hands together and rubbing them vigorously. Hug the knees to the chest and rock up to sitting.
We're going to do a meditation together, and then there'll be an opportunity for you to get calmed. I knew I couldn't get up without doing a little stretching and start playing the gong. So meditation, then gong. This is the Blue Pearl meditation. The Blue Pearl meditation for initiation into intuition. So this meditation activates the intuition, our own inner knowing, which precedes rationality or logic. And by awakening this part of the brain and elevating our frequency, we can generate the necessary vitality to face the intense challenges of the times that we're in. So when our intuition is working, answers to problems easily arise. It has been said initially that anyone who does this particular meditation for 11 minutes every day will develop such a powerful intuition that it will clearly warn you of danger. And it will also give you self-control when you're angry. So, this is good stuff. So, just making sure I'm going to put on some music, and I just want to make sure that it's the right length of time for this. Here it is. Okay, so I'm going to keep it turned down kind of low. You're sitting in easy pose with your spine straight. Get a sip of my magic elixir. That 4 U's is a tough set. Simple, very, very intense. So you're going to bring your chin in, chest out, balance yourself effectively on your hips, making sure that your pelvic bone is holding the weight evenly. Use your thumb to lock down your Mercury finger, which is your pinky, and keep the other 3 fingers extended straight. You're going to extend and keep the other fingers straight and rest the outside base of the hands on the knees. So you're like this. So your fingers, they're not this way. They're kind of curved in towards each other. You have the outside of your hand rested on your knees, okay? Your palms are parallel to each other. So it may not look like mine are on the camera, but they are. You're gonna focus your eyes on the tip of your nose until you see a blue circle underneath. That is known as the Blue Pearl. And I'm gonna turn off my hoop light because it's not conducive for meditation. So fingers like this, eyes focused at the tip of the nose until you see the Blue Pearl. Okay, when you see the Blue Pearl, keep part of it, keep as much of as you can. You might even just see a sliver, but keep that visible. At the same time, you're going to curl your tongue up and backwards so that it's pressing towards your throat as far back, and pull it. You're going to keep the tongue pulled back towards the throat as hard as you can. This helps activate the central nerve of the tongue. It says after a few minutes, your forehead might begin to feel heavy. So just hang with it. Okay, and that's it. You're just going to breathe. You're going to steady and do a steady, solid pull on the tongue. Keep looking at the blue pearl, okay? And then I'll cue you at the end. We're doing this for a little while. Standard Kundalini meditation time. I'm not going to say how long. By the way, the 4 U's, you did each exercise, and I did each exercise for 4 minutes and 44 seconds. Keep in mind, the way it is presented is 11 minutes. You work your way up to doing each one for 11 minutes, and it ends up being a 44-minute set. So I thought 4 minutes, 44 seconds is an appropriate time to start with. That was hard. It was hard for me. I felt a lot of pressure, and I know it built a lot of strength, and it opened up things that needed to be opened up. It cleared some blockages, but that doesn't always feel good when that's happening. So I hope that you enjoyed it. So anyway, so now in the position, locking down the pinky finger, the mercury finger with the thumb, 3 fingers extended together, palms facing each other parallel, looking at the blue pearl at the tip of the nose, tongue up and back. Go ahead and begin. Inhale. Hold your breath. Keep pulling the tongue with force. Tighten every muscle in your body as you hold the breath. Exhale. Inhale. Pull the tongue, squeeze every muscle in your body, hold the breath. Exhale. Inhale. Last time. Pull the tongue with force back into the throat. Squeeze everything. Hold the breath. Tighten until your whole body shakes. Exhale. And relax. Onto your back. You may relax onto your back, eyes closed. Feel the energy. Allow yourself to relax completely. Hoping you're seeing a nice little light show behind your eyelids. And then coming back into your bodies, doing what you've got to do, wiggling your fingers and toes. You can go through the whole stretch again. Inhaling, stretching the body long, hugging the knees to the chest or rocking side to side. Inhaling and bringing the left knee to the chest, left knee drops over the right side of the body, stretch, and then do that on the right side. And then rocking up to sitting. Take your time. So normally the Sunday morning classes are about 2 hours long in person. There's more talking, more exchange, usually some coming in late and hanging out a little bit afterwards. So it's a little shorter when it's a recording. We're going to finish this practice with the Long Time Sun song and 3 long sets, short noms, and then we'll be done. Thumbs to the center of the chest, perfectly balanced again. Inhaling deeply. Exhaling completely. Again, inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Again, inhale. Exhale. Inhale to sing. May the long time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. May the long time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on, guide your way on, guide your way on. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. Sat Nam.
Sat Nam, and thank you.
And have a blessed day. See you soon.